Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
We're doing. Good morning, Lincoln and Logan County. Welcome to another edition of the Cheap Seats. Joe Ryan with you here live at Copper and Oak, Mellow Cream. We've got some coffee going, some donuts. Jim Ashover running the board, Lloyd Kirby running the camera. A group of people over here to watch us. They want photo ops afterwards, and we are joined this morning by some royalty. And if you're viewing online, you can see all their crowns of these pretty young ladies. And the executive director of, I'm just making up, I don't know. What would you call yourself?
A committee member.
We're joined by Michelle Ryan, committee member, who's going to walk us through all of this stuff today, kind of how this all works. That's where we're going to start,
Okay.
Michelle, is how does one get into this position to win all of these things at the fair?
You mean, how does the pageant work? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, okay.
I don't know about the pageant too much.
Okay. Well, applications go live kind of at the beginning of the summer, and they have to fill them all in with all of their information, submit them, and then over the course of the summer we have practices that are not mandatory, but that's where they get better at all of the things that we do. So practice walking on the stage.
When you say go live, is it at the state? Is it at the state? Is it at the county fair side, or is it? How are you getting the live application?
Applications. We have a website and social media sites.
What's that called?
That's a great question.
Well, that's what I was trying to get at, was if these people would know what it was.
I don't know.
Okay.
Katie's listening, so maybe she'll text me the answer to that question about what it's called. What's it called?
On Facebook at Miss Logan County Fair.
Oh, there you go. Miss Logan County Fair.
Miss Logan, that's pretty easy.
It is very easy. That's probably why I didn't know what it was.
Well, and the ages?
6 to 8 for the littles. so like Cody's age is 6 to 8, 11 to 13. That's what junior Miss Ellie would be. And then the older girls, it's 16 to 21, but you can't be 21 by the state pageant, which is in January.
Yeah, following your W.
Yes, following your W, you competed, the Miss contestant competes at the state with all of the other county fair queens, 72 of them usually.
And so we're getting ready to start our new one, right? This
Yes,
week.
Tuesday.
And we are talking to the outgoing
Yes.
princesses and queens, correct?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I was never in a pageant. Hard to believe. So we're going to start with our young lady down here at the end. And Michelle, can you tell us about her a little bit?
Well, I think that we should let her tell us about her.
She's going to.
Okay. Can you
Is that-
tell us your name, how old you are, what grade you're going into?
Is that on?
My name is Cody. I'm going into 3rd grade, and
What school do you go to?
West Lincoln Broadway.
West Lincoln Broadwell.
And you look awfully pretty today.
Thank you.
So were you very nervous when you got up there to run for this last year?
Not really.
Not really. Why? Have you been in front of people before, speaking and all that?
Yeah, the year before.
Oh, yes. You competed the year before also. So you had some practice going through this. Do you think that that was helpful for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What part of our whole pageant experience, like getting ready for it and the actual day of the pageant, what was the thing that you felt really good about before we started?
The interview.
The interview. Did you do a lot of practice interviews?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about practice interviews. Is that where I did it a few times?
You have done practice interviews for us, yes.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so during the summer, when we have some of our practice events, we get community members, sometimes it's just a pageant crew, and we will run them through practice interviews so that they're just comfortable getting asked any kind of question. And it could be anything from, what's your favorite Olympic sport?
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics. So it could be something simple like that, or they could be more complicated questions like Queen Ellen, who is the Logan County Fair Board president.
At my time last year, it was John Fulton.
Okay.
And we'll have more questions for you later. So you have traveled now around and went to different fairs? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which ones did you go to? Do you remember?
Mason County, Greene County, Macoupin County, Menard, and State.
Yeah, same.
Which one was your favorite?
Mason.
How come? Not the state fair?
No.
No? That's a big place, a lot of people. I think she looks up to you to get some answers. That's who's been helping her.
Cody,
That's right.
what has been your favorite memory with the two girls?
The pink pumpkin auction.
Can you tell us what about that pink pumpkin auction?
A girl spent like $500 to get me a gift.
She did, didn't she? That was very nice.
Where was the pink pumpkin?
The pink, that's at Collision Concepts.
Collision
And they run
Concepts,
that in October.
That's a great event. It's a packed house in there. Mm-hmm. So now, what will you have to do at this year's fair?
A speech.
You will? Do you have it all done?
Yeah.
You want to do it today? I'm kidding. You don't have to do it today. So you've got it all prepared? All right. And then do you turn your crown over to the new one?
What?
Do you turn your crown over then to the new one? Is that how that works?
To the new person?
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice you would give all the little misses who are competing this year?
The year goes on fast, so do everything you possibly can.
Okay, I think that's a great piece of advice.
Nice job. Okay, we'll pass the microphone. You want to give a shout? Let's talk about shout outs to people. You want to tell anybody some thank yous?
No.
What about maybe somebody that's here?
My mom.
Oh, okay. You're going to give her a thank you? I saw she got you a drink today. Okay, well, thank you. You can pass your microphone.
Okay.
So who are we speaking with now?
I'm Ellie Rage. I'm 14 and I'm going to be a freshman at LCHS this year.
All right.
And Ellie's already had a little bit of experience at the high school.
Yes, I participated in the 8th grade Spanish course this year. So at the last hour of every day, 20 kids from around town would take a bus to the high school.
Really? ¿Cómo está usted? Right?
Estoy bien y un poco nervioso.
Very impressive. I don't speak Spanish at all.
We can count.
I would not have been able to answer that question. Whatever he said, I wouldn't have been able to answer it.
No, in La Casa. See, I remember
I know
one too.
that. I'm just kidding.
There you go. We know some, not a lot. That's good that you know it, though. It's I wish I would have learned it. How come we weren't told more about the world when we were in high school that you should learn a foreign language?
I feel
At my age, like now, you know it. But when I was young, I thought, well, why would I ever use that?
yeah.
It's because you're not very smart. Okay, tell us a little bit. Me. Okay, tell us a little about this year. How's it been?
It's been really fun. I've enjoyed being at the fair last year around this time, but I also really liked being able to go everywhere in Logan County and do so many things that I hadn't known existed that I'm probably going to go back to this year.
Well, give us an example of
tell us
a couple.
Like Cody said, the Pink Pumpkin auction and a lot of the other fairs, even around all of Illinois, were very interesting, even though I think I still like Logan County the best. And the Emden Homecoming, I go to that every year with my dad since he's from there, and I really enjoyed being able to be a part of the parade this year.
Just get to ride in a car with a convertible and all that?
Yeah,
I saw some pictures.
That's one of the best parts. It's so much fun.
Oh, yeah, that's great. What's the most nervous part of this contest?
I'd say one of the most nerve-wracking parts is the interviews, because you know that's for a lot of your score, and it's different because it's not on stage, but it's still very important to prepare for.
And how did you prepare for your interviews?
I prepared for it by having a lot of people, even people that I don't know very well, ask me questions, and I went to practice interviews with other contestants, and so I felt like I'd been asked enough questions that hopefully I'd know what was coming my way.
Do you remember any of your questions that you were asked during your interview?
I was asked why I thought that I should be the one chosen to be Junior Miss, and I think that I said because of how much I love the fair.
Okay. I was going to say, as the committee members, we aren't part of we don't get to hear any part of the interviews. We walk them down, set them in they go into the room, and then that's it. Doors are closed. We have no idea what's being asked, how they do. That's completely, it's a surprise to all of us.
And there are three of them? Three of those people?
Yes, we have three. Yes, we have three judges. We don't even know the judges until, the director does, Bethany does, but we, as the committee, we don't even know who the judges are until that moment, when we see them on that day.
Seems kind of scary. Do they put bright lights on you and then you can't hardly see them? They're in the shadows?
No, there's a room about the size of half of this Mellow Cream room that we go into, and then the judges sit behind a table and we sit, and then we just kind of have a back and forth conversation like this.
It's nerve-wracking.
It is. Well, that's why Archie comes.
Does he answer any of the questions?
He doesn't, but he gets to be there just in case we have any nerves. Do you remember him being there last year? Yep.
So what are you looking forward to the most? When you go to the fair, what's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing are the two grandstand events, the pageant and the scrambles. They're very different, but I love them both.
Yeah, two separate things there, huh?
Yes.
And you do some 4-H things with the fair personally,
yes,
right?
I do a lot of 4-H projects. It really fills up my summer. I'm working on some right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, can you tell us about any?
Yes, so I always do creative writing where I can make a collection of poems or write a speech or something. And then I also do I did family heritage one year, and I talked about my mom's side of the family, or Passport to the World, where I explore another culture. It's really fun, and I learn a lot.
Creative writing, that's right up your alley.
It is right up my alley. Unfortunately, I don't get to judge anything in the 4-H competition. Maybe I should get into that.
Why wouldn't you do something else?
I don't know.
So what are you going to do in high school?
In high school, I'm planning on doing basketball, girls basketball, and FFA.
All right.
Fantastic. We have both of those things are excellent at our high school.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nice work. Thank you.
I have a few more questions.
Well, you
for her.
go with some questions. That's why you're here.
Thanks. What was your favorite part of the competition?
My favorite part of the competition was whenever all of the girls would sit backstage, like whenever the Little Miss or the Miss went on, and we'd all be kind of nervous, but all encouraging each other and saying like, oh, I hope you do well. And I thought that community was really great.
It is. We do have a really great community of people, I think, who really are rooting for each other, even though it's a competition.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. If you were to give somebody a piece of advice for the Barns, the next junior miss, you know how we go to the show barns, what piece of advice would that be?
Bring a little miss who knows how to shoo away a pig.
Oh!
Whenever we were helping hand out River Pig Show, one got away from its handler and went over to us, and Cody just pushed it away.
Good job, Cody. It's nice to have that skill set.
She's just silent.
Let's say that we gave you the opportunity to choose this year's pop question. Do you have a pop question that you think would be a good one for them?
Well, this is kind of a pop question in itself.
Yes, it is.
I think a good pop question would be what makes Logan County's fair a good representation of the community itself.
Oh, that is a great question.
Good question.
It's a really good interview question as well.
Write that down.
Well, I'm actually hoping Katie inside is writing it down.
It's already written down.
I hope it is. I think that's a fantastic. That is a fantastic one. Here's another pop question. What is your favorite Olympic sport?
I think that my favorite Winter Olympic sport is figure skating, and my favorite Summer Olympic sport is either track or gymnastics.
Okay, all of those are some of my favorites. I have them marked, so they're recorded because we all know I can't sit down and watch television most of the time. So I have them ready to go for when I find a few minutes.
Nice.
Good stuff. Olympics are here.
They are here.
Okay, you want to give a shout out to anybody? Just anyone?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my sister who's here today. Thanks for going to my places with me. And to my Nana, Grandma, and my mom's friend Rendy, who have really helped me get ready for a lot of my events.
Oh, I love that.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we're moving on to the Queen.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this.
So much we could add.
I know. Give you free reign today.
Well, first, tell us about yourself.
So I am Ellen Martinez. I'm 19 years old, and I'm going to be a sophomore at Illinois State University this fall, double majoring in legal studies and political science.
It's very good. You looked right at the camera to say it.
She's had a lot of
You've been
practice.
well trained.
Yes.
That's right. She's had a lot of practice.
And so let's talk about. I think we talked about this last time, but I was very impressed that that you were in the pageant one year and didn't win.
Yes.
And so that could make someone bitter or I'm not going back in there
just
again.
like negative feelings you can feel, which I definitely did feel like right after. But then I kind of thought to myself, why would I let this opportunity slip away from me when I have it for so many years still to come? And Ellie, Cody, and I all actually ran the year prior, and Ellie, just like me, actually did get first runner-up in 2022. So it was kind of both of our like redemption years to come back and just
So I didn't realize that. But that's very impressive to come back because a lot of people would just walk away from it and go,
Yes.
I'm not messing with that again.
Yeah.
And then not like it and everything else. And you went right back in and got
Yes.
it. Well, both of you did. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Actually, all three.
All three.
All three of them did.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a big deal.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the previous year? How did it prepare you for the following year?
I would say just knowing what to expect going into it. I knew what my resume was somewhat going to look like. It'd only been a year, so not too much has changed. So I knew what interview questions they were going to ask me. I knew how to walk on stage. I knew how to hold myself with posture. So it made practice a lot more easier for me to get through. And I encourage all contestants this year that if they were to not win, to come back next year, because it makes everything so much easier.
You know, immediately, all of a sudden, whether you like it or not, you're thrown into being a role model.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And then, so how was the pressure? Did you feel that, or were, because all the little ones are going to look up to you?
I'm lucky that in my life I've been put in a kind of position where I've been a role model in different situations, whether that be when I was dancing at the studio or a basketball player at West Lincoln Broadwell. I've been put in that position to be a role model to younger children. So this was not too different. Obviously, it came with a crown and a sash, so more of a attention, but it wasn't too different, and I'm really glad I got the opportunity.
And so what's been the scariest part?
The scariest part of this year, or just being a role model?
Well, of being queen. And
of being
what's
queen.
the scariest part of when you...
I would say it's definitely the state pageant, although it's the most fun, exciting weekend of probably my entire year so far. It can be scary, when they drop you off at the door, because then you're all by yourself with just 32 other queens, and you don't get to ask for help anymore. It's kind of now all on you. I had all my pageant crew out there. I saw them, and then Michelle Mayfield led me the door, and I walked myself back. It was like a kindergartner's first day at school, all over again.
I think it would be so tough to do.
Yeah.
So tell us, I don't think a lot of people understand kind of what that state pageant weekend is like. If you want to tell them kind of what you experienced.
So state pageant weekend for me personally, I know for southern and northern queens that have to travel farther, especially with it being January, so you don't know what the weather's going to be like. A lot of them headed up Wednesday, and the pageant itself did not start till Friday, or the interview process started on Friday. I was lucky to head up Thursday and had a day of practices with all 72 other queens and the state directors to work on our production dance and to kind of just meet each other. We had a dinner and an ice cream, which was really nice to just kind of get to rewind and just get to be girls and not have to really worry about much. And then Friday started the interview process. So there was 2 sessions, morning or afternoon and evening sessions. I was in the late afternoon, so I'd watch the evening practice on stage, and I sat there for I think almost 3.5 hours while they called other contestants to go upstairs to meet the judges. So I had to just kind of sit there and keep myself calm and run through questions with my directors that I would hope that they would ask me. And then Saturday started the competition, so we had, every morning was really early, so 5 a.m. I was up and at it, getting hair and makeup done. Saturday was swimsuit, evening gown, speech, and then that was the afternoon session. Then they had an evening session, which I also had to stay ready for. So once my afternoon session was done, I had to just go upstairs and sit there in all my hair and makeup. I wasn't allowed to go to bed early. I had to stay to wait to do Grand March one more time with all 72 other queens at I think it was close to 10 o'clock at night. So I'd been up at 5, didn't go to bed till 10, probably almost 11:30. And then Sunday was finals, so we had a kind of worship session that morning, and then finals happened that night.
Wow.
It's a lot longer than a lot of people, I think, anticipate. I think we look at our county fair pageants and see, okay, they're 2 hours. No, this is 2 hours, probably 3 hours for just 36 of the 72 contestants. So it's a lot longer, and I definitely, when I went into it, did not know it was going to be that long, but I made a lot of memories and friends along the way that it made that weekend way worth it.
It's a long time to sit around and worry about it.
Yes. I was lucky that I had great friends that I was able just to call and kind of take my mind away from it, because I needed that time just to get back in reality and to think more like myself again and not be Queen Ellen for the moment, and just get to be, okay, I can relax. I can relax for 2 hours before I have to go get changed and go right back downstairs right into it.
So when you do all these practice questions and all this stuff, interview and all this stuff, were they... Did they ever ask a question that you'd already been asked and you went, hey, man, I've already done this one?
My state interview, not really. It was some of them were more resume questions. So why did I choose Illinois State University? Why did I go into political science? Why did I want to be a lobbyist? Those were ones that I knew right off the bat because I'd been prepared so well for them by my pageant crew. But they'd ask me, what did I learn during COVID? That was a random one I got. I got a bunch of other just kind of random questions that I was like, okay, I haven't practiced this, but I know what I want to say.
Do you remember my question?
Was it cat or dog person? You asked me some question. I remember laughing at it, and I remember Michelle and Bethany laughing too. So it had to have been something sort of.
Yes, if you were a cucumber in a salad about to be eaten, what would you do?
I said I don't think I'd be a cucumber in a salad because I don't like cucumbers in my salad.
Just checking. Think on your feet, right?
You do. That is exactly what you have to do. Think on your feet.
You have some questions that you'd like to ask Kelly? You know everything.
Well, actually, I would like for her to talk about just once you are crowned at our fair, kind of what comes next. Like, talk about what your year is like, and then also kind of the prep that you do for the state pageant.
Yeah, so immediately after being crowned, I was kind of swept away into I was kind of in a sense of, I don't really know what's happening right now. I had all these pictures taken with visiting queens, family, and then I got backstage, and I remember taking a picture with Lindsey Guy, and that's the first time I saw myself in the crown, and that was a moment for me like, okay, like this, I really did it. Like this actually happened. And then you go straight into Fair Week, you finish all of that off on Sunday, and then you have County Fair Day with all 72 of your queens, and you get to meet the governor, the lieutenant governor, the state queen, you get to meet so many other people, and you get to have a luncheon, and then you go through all of just the events in our community. So we had homecoming parades, we had the Pink Pumpkin auction, we had just so many different events leading up to the state pageant prep, which started, I think for me, I'd say late October, early November was when we started fully going into mock interviews. We had my speech close to being done. My wardrobe was close to being done. I'd done my state dress super early just so I didn't have to worry about that in September. And then it just kind of went to state pageant prep, which is just mock interviews. You get to go to the high school and practice with your 10 pageant crew members on a stage, do your speech, walking, because it is a completely different than what county's like. I think county tries to prepare you as much as possible, but everything changes every year depending on what the state director wants. So we never really know what's going to happen until that Thursday of state week. And then you go into state, and then it's the longest but shortest weekend of your life. And then you go back into kind of a dole of like a month where not much is happening because it's January, February, so not much is going on around the county. And then you go right back into getting ready for this year's pageant. And this summer we went to, I think, 6 or 7 visiting fairs and got to represent our own fair, and all these practices with all the contestants that are leading up to Tuesday.
It's pretty amazing. It's a lot of work.
It is. It truly.
We just think it happens.
Right. And truly for all of them, it is a job. I mean, they are, when we go through the actual, competition, they are competing for a job. Yeah. It's like a job interview. And you might have heard her talk about a resume. Like, all of them have to have a resume that they put together. That's part of it. And that's a lot of what they can get asked during the interview process, too. Like, we always tell them, if it's on your resume, you can be asked about it, so you better know something.
Yes. 3 things about everything you put on your resume, so that you can ask you anything and you know exactly what to say right away.
Yeah.
And it has to help you so much more in life later on. I mean,
interviews for jobs.
Life.
Like, I feel like I know how to talk to people now. I've been put in that position where before this, I wasn't really too comfortable talking to strangers as much, and now I've been put in that position because of this title where you could put me with anybody and I can start a conversation, which is something
look them in the eye when you were speaking.
Yeah, I used to just kind of shy down, but now I know to stand tall and hold myself with posture because of everything that I've been taught this year.
Yeah, it has to be just moving on in life for all of you guys. As you move on in life, this is going to make things way better.
Oh, a lot easier, yes.
So from coaching football, I noticed, so many kids they just want to talk to you with their head down, their eyes down. It's like, if you learn one thing from me out here, look somebody in the eye when you're speaking to them. Later in life, it's a big deal.
What piece of advice would you give the Miss contestants this year?
I would say one piece of advice is to just cherish the moments you have with each contestant, because that night can be so stressful because you start getting in your head. I did last year. I started getting really nervous, but I was lucky to have a group of contestants where when we were in the trailer all together just waiting for our portions, we got to just be ourselves. So just kind of be each other's biggest fans for each other, because at the end of the day, it'll make whoever is crowned, it'll make memories with them, but you're also getting that experience where if you were crowned, you know what you would want as well.
Yeah. If you were to choose a pop question.
Oh, goodness. I won't copy Joe's and put the cucumber in the salad. I don't think I'm gonna go with that one. I would just say, what is one thing about being Miss Logan County that separates you from all 72 other state or county queens in our state?
That's a good one.
And now when you watch the Miss America contest, that's got to be unbelievable. Or,
when you think about what we do,
goes on.
and then
This is a lot of work and a lot of things going on, and then you get to that level, incredible.
Yeah, describe your role during this summer with the pageant prep that we've been doing with everybody. What do you do?
I've been kind of like a mentor to all of the Miss contestants, Junior Miss and Little Miss, where I can answer mostly any questions. A little bit of stuff has changed since I competed last year with just walks, but if they ask me questions about what to look for in an interview, speech, my advice to them, I was able to give that to them.
Have you ever practiced in a driveway with a chalk stage that you walk up on and speak at?
I hate to say I don't think I have.
She didn't get that opportunity last year. That was just for this year's contestants.
Yeah, so
Actually,
we have a chalk stage in the driveway.
I did fill in for a Junior Miss contestant where I was actually on that chalk stage doing a dance. So,
that is right.
So
when we
I
did
actually
the pool
did get
party.
to walk
Yes.
I did get to walk to the chalk stage.
It's very nice to have a chalk stage in the driveway.
Especially when it's 90 degrees and I wasn't wearing shoes. It really felt good on my feet.
We do a few things at my house.
Yeah, it's all right. It's very interesting, I will say. I don't know if we had our phone lines open. Anybody can call in and ask questions.
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to call in, I never remember the number. It changes. Yep, 217-871-4930. It's always different because I don't remember. Sometimes you go off that cell phone. But give us a call if you'd like to. Hey, if you want to give any of these ladies a pop question.
That would be great.
Right?
We love pop questions. We've been prepped for it.
Well, we'd like to hear from you.
Cody says, I don't know how I feel about that. I know.
They thought since they passed the mic to me, they were done. So
Once it happens, it happens. They're going to call. Maybe. I don't know. Well, Michelle, you have anything else?
Well, I have all kinds of things
Well,
that I can talk.
do we want to go to commercial and give people, if they want to call, a chance, and then we can come back and
Sure.
you've got all kinds of stuff.
We're gonna ask you guys questions?
Stay with us. We're on the cheap seats. Yes, you can.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
This is Taryn Stolzenberg from the 2024 Lady Railer State Champion Basketball Team, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN.
That was Jim does a good job. I don't know if that was Lloyd or Jim, but they do a good job.
I liked that.
Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. Everyone should own it. You guys should go buy it today.
Or download it.
Download it.
Yeah.
I don't buy CDs anymore.
I went to Ben Franklin and bought records. I went to Ben Franklin and bought records.
I'm going to ask Cody
I was going to say if you're going to talk.
Yeah.
You need that.
You're as old as Ben Franklin?
We can't hear you, Lloyd.
They did.
Okay, so here's my question for all three of you. Last year during the fair, you're working. You're in the show barns. You are at the rodeo. You're just doing all of the things. Sometimes you don't get to actually appreciate and experience the fair just as a fair goer. So what are you looking forward to this year at the fair?
The sheep costume show.
The sheep costume show. And what is the sheep costume show?
It's where you have a sheep and you have to dress up as something.
And do you get to participate this year?
Yes.
You do. Can you tell us what your costume's going to be, or is it a secret?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you dress the sheep up too?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'd like to kind of be involved in that.
You can come.
I think I will.
Okay.
Come here, sheep.
Yeah.
To dress up as a sheep? Okay.
Will you pass the microphone to Ellie? What is your thing that you're looking forward to this year?
I think that I'm looking forward to going to like the show barns for Cody to watch her dress up her sheep and to just walk around the fair as a non-conspicuous passerby, I'd say, and just appreciate it without having people like come up and ask for a picture or anything. Even though that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though that was cool.
Yeah, you kind of feel like a little bit of a celebrity.
Oh, definitely you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Paparazzi chase you around.
Katie's our paparazzi, so.
That is true.
Very accurate.
She's right in there, too.
Yep.
She's listening, too.
Queen Ellen, what are you looking forward to?
I'd say I'm looking forward to, this past year I've learned to appreciate our livestock barns a lot more than I had in the past. I had only been someone that got into the fair and went to stuff at the night, so like the rodeo. I never went to the scrambles, so now I'm looking forward to doing all of those again this year, but having more of a better attitude going towards it, I guess, because now I know how much hard work they put in all year around. Like you see them catch the animal at the scrambles, and then you know how much work they put in to then show it again the next year, and to watch Cody at the Pee Wee Pig Show and the sheep costume contest.
You guys talk about, I just hear you talk about like being around each other and supporting one another. What has been your favorite, and I would love for you all to answer this, what has been your favorite memory with your counterparts, your royal counterparts?
The state fair.
The state fair, what did you like about that?
I liked getting to watch Queen Ellen at the state pageant.
That's awesome. What about you?
Like I already mentioned, when Cody saved us from the pig, that was pretty fun. But I also like whenever we're going to parades or anything and we all get to sit on the back of the convertible and like talk about eating the candy or something like that, and it's just a fun moment.
Like, I like the parades too, like Ellie said. Cody always told me to eat as much candy as I could, so I always ate a lot more candy than I probably should have, but that's fine. And I liked watching Ellie's sister Olivia. She'd always get candy and then throw it back at us in the parade. So that was always really fun too. I was waiting for what she was going to throw at us and where it was going to land.
Got a little...
Some excitement there.
Some excitement around here right now.
I was waiting for someone in here to get up and run, but no one did.
What is one thing that you think in your life that kind of, and all of you can answer this, that prepared you for like your role? Like what's something, wow.
We'll just take a small break.
Okay. Quiet it down a little bit.
There you go. I thought there was another one. I think we're okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
What was the question?
The question is, what in your life do you feel prepared you to be like the title holder or to be in the position that you are now?
I grew up as a dancer. For 15 years, I danced at Audra Studio, so I was used to being held in that position of being a role model while also knowing not to judge myself based on others. Because in dance, it's so you're looking in a mirror. That's how you practice. Mm-hmm. So I was lucky to have had those 15 years of experience and then have those dance teachers, Audra, Brandy, Hope, Brianna, that kind of gave me and instilled that confidence in me from a young age that kind of led me to want to run for this title in the first place.
Okay.
For me, something that really prepared me for the interviews was I've done 4-H since I was probably about 8, I think. And every year with every project, you sit down for a 5 to 10 minute interview about it, where you got your inspiration, how you completed it. And so that really prepared me for how to interview. And then with Fair Queen practices, I was able to get more used to interviewing about myself and not just what I've completed.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you the question again? Yeah. What in your life do you think prepared you to wear the crown?
My mom helping me make a stage out of my gymnastics mats and doing a fake pageant with.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
That is. That's a great practice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Along with the chalk turn over the
hi,
driveway.
baby.
Okay, we got a caller on the air, and we've got a speed racer out front. Go ahead, caller.
Are you there? Yes.
Go ahead. Who are we talking to?
You ready for me?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. I know that little Miss Cody has got 2 brothers, but I'm not sure about Junior Miss Ellie or Queen Ellen. I'm wondering how their siblings have felt about them being somewhat in the spotlight this year.
What a
As
fantastic,
they've been queens and little and Junior Miss.
What a fantastic question.
Get the question?
So I'm the youngest of 4, so I have 2 older brothers and an older sister, and they all felt very different about me having this title. My oldest brother, Tyler, loved it. He loved that I had this. He loved getting the attention on himself when he drove in parades, got to see all his friends, so he loved it. My sister, Emily, always liked to make sure that I was kept in my place, that although I was wearing the crown, I was not the queen of the family. Her say was always the last say. And then my brother, Cade, he just kind of lives life, so he kind of just let it go. Didn't really give me the attention that everyone else is giving me.
I have one sister, Olivia, who's here today. We've mentioned her before. I think that she was really happy when I won for me because I think that she really was excited for those free Kohler's French fries. But also, we have drug her around to a lot of my events, and so I think that she's also kind of excited for me to be able to not go to all of those. But she's good. She's good.
Do you remember the question?
What did Colt think about you being Little Miss? Was he excited?
Not really.
No.
So you have an older brother?
Yeah.
Yep. And was he excited about you being crowned?
He was excited for the Kohler's fries.
So you guys are mentioning the Kohler's fries. Is that a perk that you get for being royalty?
All the time? Well, now hold on. I might get involved. I might run.
You see me at the fair, just grab me. I'll get you.
Free fries every time? Wow, that's nice.
It's a nice little thing, isn't it? We're very lucky with sponsors, and we couldn't run as a pageant if we didn't have the people in the community and the businesses in the community that support what we do. I mean, we are self-funded, I guess is a good word for it. So the package, the winning package that they get, even runners-up, even just
Contestants in general, I've gotten
Yes.
gifts in the past.
yes.
Everyone normally leaves that night with something.
Yes. So, and they're donated by people, scholarship money.
So I was going to say, so now we're going to a whole different level of this all takes money.
Oh, yes, it all takes money.
And how is this done? And by the way, I want to thank our caller for calling in. We didn't say thanks for giving us a call.
I know, it was
Just
such a
kinda
great question,
let it go.
too.
A great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does all this money come about? What's the fundraising procedures?
Well, let's talk about what contestants are responsible for.
So Miss Contestants, they have to acquire a certain amount of sponsorships every year from local, it can be from local businesses, just people in general. My brother, who lives in Normal, had his business sponsor something just so we get front row seats last year. So all sponsorships come with incentives of being posted on our social media just to get attention. But so they get a good amount of money for the pageant in general. And then they also sell raffle tickets, which is a big one. A lot of people sell a lot of tickets. I had one girl this year, I overheard her say, I need 430 raffle tickets. And I was like,
That's a lot of tickets.
yes.
Wow.
So it takes a lot of the contestants themselves bringing so much attention and light towards this pageant to make it happen every year.
Yeah. And then in addition to that, as a committee, we'll seek out, we'll call them sponsors, but people who will provide donations during the summer. Like Mellow Cream gave them a free donut. We get Dairy Queen. We have different things that are given to us for the contestants as we go. But it's pricey. To run the pageant, the judges, we have to rent a stage. There are a lot of things that kind of go into it on the back end. So we're very grateful for the community and the people who help us do that.
And individually, it's dresses and everything that you have to have.
We're lucky that we have a great like pageant crew that has a pageant closet, is what we call it, where if you come in and be a contestant and you don't have a dress, you don't have a swimsuit, you don't have a business suit, you don't have to financially worry about buying any of that because they have options available. I gave out one of my pageant dresses that I wore to a contestant this year so she could wear it and didn't have to go buy a new dress, because I understand personally that spending that much money just for you to wear it that night can kind of be, that can be a deciding factor, because pageant dresses can be priced on the pricier end. So knowing that you have that option of renting from the pageant closet is great. Like I think almost all contestants borrowed a swimsuit and a suit this year, so they don't have to worry about those, which also retail for a lot of money. Pageant swimsuits are a lot of money.
You think it's just a swimsuit, but
no,
the pageant swimsuits,
they're expensive.
They're very
a couple $100.
Yes.
So you have to go to a whole different place to get a pageant swimsuit.
We went down to Effingham to get my dress and swimsuit, and then we kind of just shopped around Von Maur online to see what we could get for a good deal for my interview suit, business suit, everything.
TJ Maxx, you ever take a look there?
I have looked at TJ Maxx's for appearance dresses, not for stage stuff, but for appearance stuff. It's always a good bargain, so can't pass that up.
And they do have they get a wardrobe amount.
Like a little scholarship towards just state wardrobe.
Yeah.
From the pageant committee.
Yes, they do. And we don't want anybody to ever feel like money is an issue when it comes to providing what they need to wear. Even shoes, like we have tubs of shoes that they can wear as well. So we do try to take care of everybody so they don't feel like they have to outlay money for any of that.
That's good. Where's all this kept?
Bethany Bradmaker's closet in her basement.
Yes.
She has a closet in the back, and you open it's just dresses for as far as you see.
So like my Christmas room, she has one of those.
Because we're full.
We are full.
Okay.
I won't be bringing any pageant things home.
We are looking for volunteers that would like to house all this stuff. We're looking for a volunteer from the crowd. Look, they all kept their heads down then. I know.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, so, I mean, and when you think about just the other parts that make this run, we do have a large pageant committee also.
Yes, we have. Last year, actually at the state pageant, I was a little bit told that my county was crazy for having 10 people on my pageant crew, because most counties have 1 or 2. But I've come to learn immediately when I was crowned that all 10 of those ladies welcome me with the most welcome arms, open arms, and were so excited for me. And each one has their own individual role that helps pageant night run, whether they're helping girls get dressed in the back, or Brandy, who's helping girls on the stage and carrying their train. Each one does such an important role. And throughout the year, I have a plethora of people I can go to if I need someone to chaperone me. I know that I'm never alone in any of this. And having former queens on it too makes a big difference, because I know that they've been through this not that long ago, and they can always give me advice. Michelle Mayfield, Alyssa Freed, and Bethany Radmaker I could go to for anything if I needed.
It's amazing. See, we don't
they're
know
the
all
best,
this stuff.
They're I don't know how they do it, because this is a lot of work.
It is why we have 10 people, because it is a lot of work.
It's easy to delegate to someone else if you need something done.
And it's that, and especially day of, or on Sunday when we have the full run through, which we'll have on Sunday out at the fair. The Elks has been really nice to let us use their facilities, during the summer. We used to do everything at the fair the whole summer. It was very sweaty. It was
sweaty and hot time and humid.
Yes, it was a lot. So the Elks lets us use their facility, which is wonderful. But we also do have to prepare everybody for night of, and right now. Our committee is watching the weather. We have to prepare for anything.
It's going to get hot.
It is going to be very, very hot. So Sunday, when we do our run through, we'll be out there. But it does take all of us in various roles.
And even more people beside our pageant crew.
Yes, we have some other volunteers.
I had 2 great people in the dressing room last year that were there for me when I needed zipped. I remember last year, Pop Question came a little too early for me, and they were zipping me as I was running out of the trailer.
Yes.
So it takes so much more work than just our pageant crew. We have amazing people in our community who are willing to step up and help when needed. Besides our pageant crew, who is, I don't know how they do it Tuesday night, because I know I'm going to be stressed, and I can't imagine the amount of stress that they're going to be having, making sure that everything's done the way it needs to be done.
Yeah, so let's talk about Tuesday and your experience last year. When did you start getting ready for the day last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, you might not remember that part. Do you remember, like, did you go get your hair, did you have your hair done? Did your mom do your hair for you?
Mom did my
Yes,
hair.
yes. And what about you?
I got my hair done at, I can't remember what it's called. Carly did my hair. But then I did my own makeup. And so my dad took me to the pageant the day of.
Okay.
My day did start a little bit earlier because being a Miss contestant, they get the option to go to the ribbon cutting at the fair. That
Yes.
officially starts our fair week, so that's typically around 9:15. And then from there, my contestants and I all went and got breakfast at Guest House to kind of have one little moment before all of us, the hectic day started to start, before it all sink in. And then I immediately went to hair with Shay Barker, who's the best, and Katie Simpson, who's also the best. And then I went home for a little bit, got to have that moment of just relaxing, kind of thinking to myself. And then I went into interviews at, I think, 3.
Yeah, we started with the younger ones first, and we do our interview part. That part of the day is at Lincoln Christian Church. They let us use one of their rooms there. So we'll call them holding rooms, but we have two. We have 2 holding rooms for the girls.
You don't ever really want to be in a holding room.
No. So, they're all in there, and just we want them all there ready to go. And then, we do things in there just to keep everybody calm. We have pageant books in there, just, memories from previous pageants that they can look through their year. Some activities for the littles to do.
Archie's there for great support.
Archie is there.
Always.
Yes, he is there. He has a little bow tie coming this year, little tuxedo collar for him, but he'll be there just for the nerves. And then they get walked down for the interview part. So we'll take them. They pop in. The younger ones have a shorter interview than the Miss contestants do, but we'll do all the littles. Then we do all the juniors, and then we have all the queen ones. And then for the queens, they also have, we don't do swimsuit on stage at all. With the queens, we do that just with the judges separately, and it's a group swimsuit to come in. They're all together and then pop back out, and then they don't. A long time ago, we did swimsuit on stage back in the day when I did it, we did swimsuit on stage. So we've kind of taken that out. But at the state competition,
it's swimsuit on stage.
Swimsuit on stage by themselves.
I didn't think it was too intimidating myself. I know other queens were like, oh my gosh, it's so scary. And I just thought to it of, everyone in this room is cheering on everyone on the stage.
Yeah.
So why not go out there and be confident in myself and represent my county the way I'd want to represent Logan County at the state level.
And they're all one piece. Nobody's wearing 2 pieces. They
walk in a circle.
They're very modest. Yeah. Pageant suits are very modest. So it really isn't. I don't feel like it's that bad. But we take that part of it out, and they just do them in front of the judges. And then after that,
caravan on over to the fairgrounds.
We do. So this year we're stopping, and we'll have a little. Eating is very important the day of the fair pageant, and a lot of times contestants, when they're nervous, they tend not to eat. So at the boardroom this year, we're having just some light food for them. So we'll stop here and have that, and then we'll caravan. And when we caravan, we take phones. It's everything. It's on. They are no longer allowed to have their phones backstage.
Police escort?
I wish. That would be awesome.
That would be.
That would be awesome.
Work on that.
Shut down the streets for us.
I know.
That would be great.
It's pageant committee escort, but yes. And then we have some people in the community who let us use their trailers. So we have those back there, and then
air conditioned.
Yes.
TV's on. It's amazing.
Well, I know the one next door to me. It's nice.
It's a nice one, and they are very kind to let us use it. And then we have some other ladies in the community who have volunteered to be back there. Queen Ellen was talking about helping them. Well, we're not bustling anything this year, but bustle, zip.
They played music for us last year.
Yes. So they can't hear the pop question.
Just kept trying to keep conversation with us, so no one sat there and thought about what was going on the stage. They just kept, so how's your guys, what do you guys like for school? Just anything to keep our minds off of what was going on stage.
Yeah, so they play a very important role also.
And they don't get the, I don't think they get the credit they deserve, because I don't know how I would have done it without them last year.
Yeah.
They did a lot.
They're the ones that are dealing with the emotions back there, that's their role, because the rest of us are taking care of all of the other things, kind of behind the stage or on the stage, kind of managing all of that. So
there are unsung heroes of the night.
They really are. They really are.
It's pretty incredible that it all goes on. We just waltz out to the fair and go, oh, there's the queen.
Yeah, this year I've gotten to take a little bit more of a role of seeing what actually goes on.
Yeah.
And it's definitely I've had the opportunity to get donations and sponsorships for our new queen. So I know I've seen just how much work it takes, and I can't it's a lot, and I can't thank them all enough for how much work they put towards making this pageant, in my opinion, the best in the state. But I may be biased. I don't think I am, but.
So have they recruited you yet to come back and help?
No. I got college. Yeah. I'm really busy with college.
Well, they'll be giving you a call and come back.
Whenever they want me, I'm free.
There you go.
We're a big royal family.
That's true. It's the Fair Queen organization in general. Once your night's over, once we're done on Tuesday night, we're not just done. We know that, one, we still have the bond with each other, and two, we have the bond with all the other queens that have come before us and that will come after us. And our pageant crew, because we've spent so much time with them now that they can't get rid of me.
We do spend a lot of time together.
It's very impressive. I hope some listeners today learned a little bit about it, because I don't know what's going on. I know when you start things in the middle of winter and you're telling me where you're going, I'm like, man, the fair's not till August. What are we doing?
Yeah, there's a lot that happens in the off months.
Yeah, so right now you'll take a little time off after this until when? And it all starts again.
You immediately go into state prep.
We do.
You want to have a meeting. I had a meeting with Bethany. We immediately started dates for when I was going to go get dresses, everything done. Because dresses, once they're gone at the place we go to, you can't get that dress again. If one queen from Sangamon County gets a dress, I can't get that dress in the same color, the same design. I can't get any of it the same. So it's kind of a first come, first served basis. So I got mine very early last year to ensure that, one, I really loved it, and two, that I didn't not get the dress I wanted.
I think you should be ran differently. You all get the same dress.
Oh, that'd be very interesting.
We have production number dresses, which are they were all black, but there was 3 designs, but all very similar.
There is a production number, Joe. Do you know about that?
No,
All right,
It was going on in your driveway.
It was. The day of the swim party.
I missed that day.
Yeah, so one of our crew members, she choreographs, and it's based on...
It's kind of a song that the queen gets to choose. I kind of gave Brandy, she gave me a bunch of lists, and I gave her 3 that I liked, and then I told her to kind of, whatever one you pick, it's fine with me. I just wanted something upbeat and happy, just trying to start the day off on a good note for all the contestants.
Yeah, so it's not part of the scoring at all.
It's the easiest thing ever, very simple. It's not something that the contestants should stress about.
But it's all of you?
Yeah, all the Miss contestants do their own, and then Junior Miss will do their own. Little Miss does not do one because there's a lot of them.
Yeah. We have 16 little contestants this year.
That's awesome.
It is. It's really fun.
They're the life of the party.
They are.
Their practices are always the most fun because they're just talking, and you just get to talk to all of them.
Is it fun? Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Anything else? It's been very interesting and loud.
Is there anything, for the 3 of you, is there anything that you would like the community to know that maybe we haven't talked about, or?
I'd say just how grateful I am to the community, because from the moment I was crowned, I was, like the pageant crew, I was welcomed with open arms throughout Fair Week. I'd never seen that part of the fair, the livestock barns, the show barns, any of that. So I was lucky that I had those people there that were leading me in the right direction through it all, telling me what to do, when to do it. And I'm lucky that throughout the year it's been the exact same. I've had the same exact people. Our mayor, Tracy Welsh, has been great at all of our aldermen who I've seen at all of our ribbon cuttings. They've been spectacular and so kind towards me. Lincoln Daily News, New Herald News, all of them have just been so sweet to me.
I wanted to say that even though it's a lot of fun to be Fair Queen, it's also really an honor to get to serve Logan County, and that you're competing so that you get life experience, but also because our community is really great, and being able to be royalty for it is a great experience.
Is there something you want everybody listening to know that maybe we didn't talk about today?
No.
No? Okay.
You've said it all, haven't we? It's good. Well, I'd like to thank you all for being on here, and Michelle, thanks for coming on and running this, because it was a little out of my element of
Happy to do it.
Yes. But you guys are all wonderful, and you've learned. I can tell already that you guys have learned a whole lot of things about things that are going to help you in life. That's for sure. And nice job organizing all the stuff out there, Michelle, with all your counterparts.
Oh, yes, I will share that with the committee.
And I want to thank those two for running the show over there, and thank you all for listening and visiting with us. You were on the cheap seats. Good.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.